Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and real quick before we get into it, giveaway announcement, a little quick giveaway, because I'm thinking about doing more of these, but basically for this video right here, I'm going to be selecting one person to gift some items. So basically how it's going to work is you have to do two things, the first of which is to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop, and the second of which is to comment down below that you're using my code, and I will choose a winner on Sunday 19th, I'll message them or something, and also I'll probably announce the winner in one of my videos or something like that, maybe a community post. But yeah guys, be sure to enter that. There will be more details on like how exactly it'll work in the description, but should be a lot of fun. And let's get back into the video. Basically, as always, this is a full guide, so this week I'm going to be showing you the locations of an oversized phone, a big piano, and a giant dancing fish trophy, as well as like how to get eliminations from at least blank meters away pretty easily. Also today's Fortbyte, the launch off air events, all of that stuff in today's video to help you get these challenges done and get closer to unlocking stuff for like rocks, also get closer to the tier 100 skin Vendetta. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, be sure to hit that like button down below because that helps me a bunch, and also hit that subscribe button for more of these guides in the near future. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. First of all, with a quick overview of this week's challenges so you know what to expect. But first of all, I actually wanted to mention that I don't believe there's a banner or a star this week. So instead of that, I'm going to be showing you the Fortbyte location, the one that just became available today. But for whatever reason, they're not doing the banners anymore. But either way, the challenges themselves then, you've got launch off air vents in different matches, show you a bunch of the locations of those and what to look for. Land at locations stages, 5 of those. Search a chest in different named locations in a single match, show you a super fast way to do that. Probably the best way. Visit an oversized phone, a big piano, and a giant dancing fish trophy, show you all of the locations of those. Eliminate an opponent from at least blank meters away stages, eliminate opponents in sunny steps or shifty shafts, and also deal damage with pistols to opponents. So some very interesting challenges this week, but let's go ahead and jump into it with one that I really want to show you because I have a great way of going about doing it, and that is the search a chest in different named locations in a single match. Now the reason I want to go over this one is because I want to show you 3 named locations that are super close together, and also a great way to go in between them and find chests. Now first of all, before we even get into that, obviously the best game mode to do this in would be Team Rumble, because if this location is, you know, far away from the circle or something like that, it can definitely make it easier to find chests, because in Team Rumble, if it's live when you're watching this video, but there's a max of I think 40 players in game in this mode, so that means, you know, more chests and less people going for them. But yeah, without further ado, the location that I'm talking about right here, you want to start at Pleasant Park. However, you don't want to actually go into Pleasant Park right off the start. Instead, you want to land up towards this outpost and grab a baller. That will let you move even faster in between the locations. So what you can do is grab that vehicle, go down into Pleasant Park, grab a chest, and then after that move on to the location Haunted Hills, obviously grab a chest from there, and then finally move over to Junk Junction. Now the reason that you choose these 3 specific locations is that I'm pretty sure they are the 3 closest together on the map, making it easier and faster to get this challenge done. And obviously since you have a vehicle, you can move in between those locations even faster. And on top of that, by starting at Pleasant Park, which is obviously a fairly common location, you'll have good chances of finding a chest there before they all get looted, and then you move on to less common locations where obviously there's a higher chance of chests being left unopened. So yeah guys, that's the best way of going about doing it. But let's keep it going here with the next challenge I want to talk about, and that is the launch off air vents in different matches. This one is pretty simple, so I'll show you like again what an air vent is in case you need a reminder, and then also go over where a bunch of these are. So basically the air vents are these things right here, I'm pretty sure. So you're looking for the things that have air shooting out of them, and they kind of launch you into the air. So then for the locations of these, basically if you watched my previous weekly guide, my week 1 challenges guide, and I'll leave a link down to that in the description if you still need it, but one of the main places to find these is on the things that are floating in the air. I'm kind of blanking out on the name of them, but those have air vents on them as you can see. So if you remember the locations from last week, simply go to those when you're near one and you'll find an air vent. But on top of that, there's also a few in Neo Tilted, as you can see, for example. So keep an eye out for those in Neo Tilted, and that's another place you can find these, get them done pretty easily. After that then guys, let's move on to the Fortbyte number 17, which is super simple to find. It is the one that is inside of the wooden fish building. So don't worry guys, I'll show you the exact location right here. And in fact, this gameplay right here is me dropping into a game of Team Rumble, simply going right over towards the location. And basically where you want to go is near the the old volcano. What's the location called? Pressure plant now, but it's up towards the north side of the map where those 4, lagoons are, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see right here, this is where you need to go. And once you go towards that location, you will see a giant wooden fish just sitting in one of these lakes. So yeah, that is the giant fish. Now, once you see that fish, you simply want to go inside of it to find the Fortbyte. As you can see, the Fortbyte is like right inside of here, specifically in like the tail portion. It's hidden in like the back portion. As you can see, you walk up to it, found inside a wooden fish building, grab it, and that is the Fortbyte right there. So there you guys go. Then after that, guys, got a couple quick challenges, and then we'll jump into it with the locations of like the giant phone, the fish trophy, and stuff like that. Don't worry, that's coming up in just a sec, but we got a couple of other interesting challenges here. Like this first one is pretty tough, and that is to eliminate an opponent from at least blank meters stages. Now, how do you do this? And what are the stages? Well, first of all, obviously the stages, going over those again, you have got, I believe the first one is 50 meters, then it goes to 75 meters, and then 100 meters. So basically the best way to go about this one is obviously to use some sort of scoped weapon. So if you still have that challenge from last week, you can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, but by far a scoped weapon is going to help you out a ton with this, especially like a sniper for when you get to like 100 meters away. But before you even go about doing that, obviously the best game mode that I recommend is Team Rumble. As long as something like that is live, you should have an easier time of getting this done. And real quick, let me show you the distances that you're aiming for. I actually went into Playground and tested this out a bit, took some fall damage at around 27 walls in height. That was about 103 meters. So with that being said, around 75 meters is 20 walls away, as you can see right here. So that's the general distance you're looking for, 75 meters, and then 100 meters is about 27 walls away, if my calculations are correct. But you're looking for this general distance, which is pretty far, but you can do it. And then 50 meters is a little bit between that, probably around 13 walls. Now, personally, I would recommend actually going for the boom bow over all of the other items in the game, because I don't know, personally, I love using the boom bow in Team Rumble because a lot of the times people don't use shield, and since it does 100 damage, it's pretty much instant that you get an elimination, and I've always done really well getting those far away eliminations with the boom bow, so I do recommend that as well. And then for a real quick challenge before we get into like the dancing fish trophy, oversized phone, and stuff like that, deal damage with pistols to opponents. This one is very easy, and I really don't even have that many tips to give you here, besides maybe doing it with the eliminate opponents in sunny steps or shifty shafts. We'll still talk about that challenge coming up, but that way you can work on 2 challenges at once. But honestly, just pick up a pistol. I think the scoped revolver works, the regular pistol, the silenced suppressed version. Also, I think the hand cannon works as well. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but look for those, pick them up when you see them in like Team Rumble or something like that, and just go for eliminations, or just play normally and force yourself to use one of these, because they are pretty decent, especially the suppressed version is pretty good. So again, just try to use them as much as you can, and you should get this challenge done fairly easily. But then after that, guys, let's talk about probably the toughest challenge this week, and that one specifically is the one where you have to visit an oversized phone, a big piano, and a giant dancing fish trophy. But I've got the exact locations of them for you right here. Now, before we get into it, guys, real quick, if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It takes a second, and that way you'll know when I put up a new challenge guide, especially if you have notifications turned on. That helps a ton, so be sure to do that. Again, it takes a second. But getting back into it, guys, with the visit an oversized phone, a big piano, and a giant dancing fish trophy. Again, this one can be tough if you don't know where the locations are, but I've got you covered with the exact locations. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the first of which is an oversized phone. That was kind of weird to say there. All right, but yeah, here we are in game. I want to show you the exact locations and where to go. And obviously, it doesn't really even matter which game mode, probably Team Rumble, because I think you can do multiple of these in the same game. But I'm just going to show you the locations in Playground. And as always, guys, obviously this challenge doesn't work in Playground. It's just a lot easier for me to show you in Playground because you don't have to worry about enemies. But yeah, the first location, the giant phone, I think there's technically 2 locations for this. I'm not 100% sure, but the first of which is right over here, and then I'll go ahead and show you the second one after that. But basically that is over near Fatal Fields. So once you're dropping into your game, you can go ahead and go over towards Fatal Fields, but you actually want to go towards the snowy region. And you may know where I'm going with this. This phone seems to be the same exact one from last season's challenge where you had to visit a phone. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on over there. As you can see, again, reminder, on top of this hill is where you can find this phone right here. You visit it, and then there you go. That should work. Now, with that being said, I'm wondering if the other one works as well, the one over by the jungle biome. And real quick, just so you guys know exactly where that is as a reminder, let's head on over there. So here we go, dropping in. Again, it's over that side of the lagoon, next to Lazy Lagoon. Actually, let me respawn here so I can show you a better overview. Right over here, okay? So near the edge of the map and right down here. So again, just a reminder, that's where this location is. And if we go on down there, that should be, I think this one should count, but you know, maybe try both of them. Or again, check the pinned comment down below for updates. But yeah, moving on to the piano, this one is on the east side of the map. So let's just go back to the hub so I can show you. Basically, you want to go sort of over towards the jungle biome. It's specifically over towards Lonely Lodge on this part of the map, as you can see. So if we glide on over there, again, next to Lonely Lodge, and also that superhero mansion that's like been just absolutely destroyed since like what, season 4? But yeah, as you can see it in the distance, there is the big piano. So let's just go on over there. And yeah, here you go. Here is the big piano. So just visit this and you should be done with this part of the challenge. So we've got one more left, which is the giant or oversized fish trophy, which is by far the toughest one of these because I think they just added it this season. But again, got you covered on the location. So let's go back to the hub. And this one is over, go into the map. It's over near Mega Mall, but in between Mega Mall, it's right on that building, as you can see. So with that being said, let's go into the Dusty Divot Rift and head on down there. Slowly going down, and yeah, there you can see is the giant oversized dancing fish trophy, which doesn't dance. If you remember that one, oh wait, no, it does dance. I tested this out before and it didn't dance. You must have to be like in front of it. That's so funny. But you can like break this down and you maybe see it even better. I don't know. Break this right here and let's dance. All right, that's not a dance. Okay, bunny hop. Okay, that's funny. You have to be like in a specific spot. Oh yeah, there we go. We got it to dance. That's actually hilarious. I didn't know it actually did that. But there you go, guys. There's the location of the oversized fish, and that is the last part of this challenge right here. Keeping it going here, we have 2 more challenges, which aren't crazy tough, but they kind of work hand in hand, so I wanted to save them until the end, because the first of which is the Land at Location Stages challenge, which again, we do have them this season. But basically for this one, obviously the Land at Location Stages challenge, I think the stages go Snobby Shores, Fatal Fields, Sunny Steps, Dusty Divot, and then Happy Hamlet. So with that being said, those locations can actually work with the last challenge we have to go over. But actually for this one, another tip I can give you to do this one is to do it in Team Rumble or pick up, I think the redeploy item works for this. If you happen to miss the location or forget to go there and then find yourself there later in a match, you can simply redeploy your glider and land there. And I think that counts and can help you get this challenge done. But then after that, guys, with the eliminate opponents in Sunny Steps or Shifty Shafts, obviously this works well with the previous challenge because one of the places you have to go is specifically Sunny Steps. So when you're going for that one, you can try to get some eliminations, and if you get lucky, you might be able to get 3 while dropping there, since other people are going to have to go to this location as well. And that way you can, you know, knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, get 2 challenges done, or work on 2 challenges at the same time. So yeah, definitely try that. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more guide videos in the near future. On top of that, be sure to check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, my week 1 challenges guide, and then on the right, going over a bunch of the Fortbytes, like an overview for it. So yeah, guys, but again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.